Last season, they met just over an hour down the road with the Big Ten championship at stake. And today, there are enormous implications for the rematch. Ohio State comes into Bloomington to take on the reigning national champion, the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis and David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you for more on this Big Ten clash. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
We might not have said this a few years ago, but when Ohio State matches up against Indiana, it is a big deal. Keep in mind, the Hoosiers beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game last year on their way to the national title. But Ohio State knows they could be the team to beat in the Big Ten this year. It is all on the line for some early dominance when Ohio State takes on Indiana. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Hoosiers ready to kick it away first. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Pulls and fires complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying him because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Got room on the return. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
From the gun, it's Richard. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Fires downfield. Caught on the right sideline. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. And the Hoosiers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
This offense Jags is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Across the 25. Flying down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Rush right in his face. Got the back over the middle.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's shot. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke. The year before that, they have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like when he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Hits inside. It's Richard. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Out wide right, it's Richard. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Turns up, it's Preston. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Indiana! That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Gives it. At the 45 on its way. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a crease. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Say it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Man, another Another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got...
Caught, and he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Hoosiers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Quick give. It's Richard. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Look out! Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right side, it's Jackson. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Gain of 24. First down on the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sayin on the play action. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
He's changing the play. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Left side, it's Marsh. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Out wide right, it's Richard. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Turns it upfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Indiana. Stealing a score on special teams. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the ground, he's got it again. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
On the ground, it's Jackson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Quickly complete. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Again, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it'll...
Makes a grab and room to run. Headed to the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Say it. Looking for the score. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield is Hoover. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside, it's Pritchard. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 4 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Fighting Irish with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Snagged in the middle, it's Preston. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive way to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Richard. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On play action. Left side is shot. That's a 20. He's got space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened in the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Going to field this one in tight quarters. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Runs through a tackle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Rides to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Right at the line. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They'll send the back in motion. Julian with the play fake. Under pressure. And he never had a chance.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Jackson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's taking the shot. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Preston. At midfield, he's got room. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Richard. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll ride him again. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Tries to do it himself. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Hits inside. It's Richard. Stopped in his tracks. Nothing, it'll be 2nd and 10.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. Drag down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Throwing, say it. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Quick give. It's Beebe. Sees an alley. Breaks into the open. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this second and short. Tough run here. It's Beebe. Just smothered on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Follows his blocks. It's Beebe. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Burrowing for yardage. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. On the run, it's Jackson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And this offense is going to have...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down, and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.